I walk past the cafe where we met. The chairs still hold our silhouette. Your laugh, your touch, the way you'd smile. I haven't seen those things in a while. I play it cool like I'm just fine, but every step rewinds the time. Back when you were mine, the world was softer, stars aligned. We danced through storms without a plan. Now I don't know just where I stand. I still wear your name in every line. Back when you were mine, your hoodie still hangs by the door, like you're walking like times before. But ghosts don't knock and hearts don't lie. I smile and wave while I break inside. They say you heal with passing days, but I still dream in your old ways. Back when you were mine, the world was softer, stars aligned. We danced through storms without a plan. Now I don't know just where I stand. I still wear your name in every line. Back when you were mine. Hoodie still hangs by the door, like you walk in like times before. But ghosts don't knock and hearts don't lie. I smile and wave while I break inside. They say you heal with passing days, but I still dream in your old ways. Back when you were mine, the world was softer, stars aligned. We danced through storms without a plan. Now I don't know just where I stand. I still wear your name in every line. Back when you were mine, I wish I said the things I meant before you faded like the scent of autumn leaves that never stay, just like the love we couldn't save. Back when you were mine, held my fears, your hand in mine. Now echoes live where you once lay, and I still miss you every day. I write your name in every rhyme. Back when you were mine. Maybe I'll be fine in time, but not like back when you were mine. I saw your name last night again. A stranger's post, a ghost, a friend. You looked the same but felt so far, like watching light from a burnt out star. I held my breath, scrolled past your face, as if my heart could just erase. I heard you loved me once, before the silence, before the months, before we ran out of our time. When your head still reached for mine, I never knew what pulled you away. But I heard you loved me once anyway. Your song still plays on local nights. It cuts through me like faded lights. I hum along and act alright, but I'm still lost in your goodbye. I never said what I should have said. The words stayed quiet in my head. I heard you loved me once, before the silence, before the months, before we ran out of our time. When your hand still reached for mine, I never knew what pulled you away. But I heard you loved me once anyway. did I make your heart ever sing? Was I the reason you once stayed, or just a chapter you mislaid? I heard you love me once, like a whisper lost in the distance. Maybe it wasn't meant to last. A love like that still haunts the past. If all I get is what they say, then I'll believe you love me once someday. And if we meet again by chance, don't say a word, just let me dance. Song still plays on local nights. It cuts through me like faded lights. I heard you love me once, before the silence, before the months, before we ran out of our time. In your head still reached for mine. I never knew what pulled you away, but I heard you love me once anyway. If I could ask just one small thing, did I make your heart ever sing? You smiled like it meant something real, but I could tell by how you feel. You said we're fine, like it's a script, but your love's already slipped. I waited in the quiet nights for words that never came, and every touch just felt polite, no passion in your name. You said everything was fine, but you weren't. I say trying to fix what you wouldn't. I believe the lines you drew, but I was loving more than you. You said everything was fine, but you weren't. I held on while your heart let go, pretending not to know. You made me feel like I was wrong for holding on too long. You whispered with a hollow sound, like echoes in a hall. You kissed me but were breaking down. You built an unseen wall. You said everything was fine, but you weren't. I say trying to fix what you wouldn't. I believe the lines you drew, but I was loving more than you. You said everything was fine, but you weren't. And now I know pretending love is lonelier than letting go. The silent scream so loud at night, your heart left long ago. You said everything was fine, but you lied, and I kept dancing in your quiet goodbye. Now I'm done being blind, I deserve someone who tries. You said everything was fine, but I cried. And I won't fix the cracks you made, I'll find peace in my own way. Goodbye to all your quiet lies. This time I'll be fine. You left without a warning, like the wind that fades at night. I whispered all my prayers to the stars that lost their light. I still wear your memory like a dress, stitched with hope and tenderness. But I still believe in love, even when the sky won't clear. I still believe in us, though your voice is just a tear. Time may take your shadow, but it can't steal my dreams. of a heart that still believes. The photographs are fading, but I see your eyes in mine. And every song that finds me feels like fate's secret sign. Time may take your shadow, but it can't steal my dreams of a heart that still believes. The photographs are fading, but I see your eyes in mine. And every song that finds me feels like fate's secret sign. I still feel you in the rain, dancing gently through the pain. Yes, I still believe in love, even when the world turns cold. I still believe in us, though your hand I'll never hold. Time may move without you, but my soul won't ever leave. A heart that still believes. The photographs are fading, even when the world turns cold. I still believe in us, though your voice is just a tear. Time may take your shadow, but it can't steal my dreams of a heart that still believes. Maybe we were meant to break, to learn how much a soul can take. But every crack in me still sings of you and all the love you bring. I still believe in love, though this silence softly grieves. I still believe in us, in the story no one sees. Even if forever was never ours to keep, I am still the heart that believes. And I'll be the heart that still believes. We stood under flickering lights, your hands too cold, your smile too tight. You said we've reached the final page, but I was still inside the stage. You whispered maybe this is best, while I still wore your beating chest. You left me dancing with the dark, a love that only left a mark. I wanted more than goodbye, more than silence in your eyes. I needed reasons, I needed time. You gave me distance wrapped in lies. You turned and walked while I still tried. I wanted more than goodbye. Your words and closed the door. I begged for less pain, not more. I held on like it wasn't done. You slipped away like morning sun. Your shadow lingers in my sleep, in every promise you didn't keep. I screamed in thoughts I couldn't say. You faded like a film in gray. I wanted more than goodbye, more than silence in your eyes. I needed reasons, I needed time. You gave me distance wrapped in lies. You turned and walked while I still tried. I wanted more than goodbye. I won't chase your fading light, I won't beg to hold you tight. You left me broken, but I see I lost you long before you left me. I wanted more than goodbye, more than tears I had to hide. I needed closure, not this fight. You vanished like the morning tide. You said nothing, not even why. I wanted more than goodbye. Now I walk where we once stood, alone but free, and that feels good. I love too much, but I survived, I wanted more, but I'm still alive. I still sleep on my side of the bed. Though you're gone, your voice stays in my head. You said forever with a quiet tone, then vanished like a ghost I'd never known. Every mirror shows your smile, though it's been a painful while. I reach for you in midnight's glow, but you're just someone I used to know. You left with your echo, still ringing soft and low. A whisper in the wind I chase, a touch I'll never face. I gave you all I could show. Now I'm left with your echo. I wear your sweater in the rain, pretending warmth can mask the pain. You promised skies, you gave me night. You were my wrong that once felt right. Now the clock ticks loud and slow, in the silence we used to go. I walk the rooms like they still speak, but your goodbye was far too bleak. You left with your echo, still ringing soft and low. A whisper in the wind I chase, a touch I'll never face. I gave you all I could show. Now I'm left with your echo. I wear your sweater in the rain, pretending warmth can mask the pain. You were the song I couldn't write, the fire that burned without the light. You left, but parts of you remain in every soft September rain. You left with your echo, still ringing soft and low. A whisper in the wind I chase, a touch I'll never face. I gave you all I could show. Now I'm left with your echo. Maybe I'll forget your name, but the echo, it still sounds the same. Maybe I'll forget your name, but the echo, it still sounds the same. You used to call me every night, told me I made the darkness light. But lately silence takes your place, and I no longer see your face. I tried to hold on, I tried to stay, but your heart had slowly slipped away. You looked at me, but saw right through, like I was just someone you once knew. When I was enough, you held me tight, said I was your only, your fire, your light. Now I'm a shadow of your love, fading fast, not strong enough. Tell me, was I ever truly loved, or only when I was enough? We built a world with whispered dreams. Now I wake up to empty scenes. You said we write 1,000 songs, but now I hum them all alone. I waited long for your return, but love can't grow where it won't burn. You kissed me like a distant friend, a chapter closed before the end. When I was enough, you held me tight, said I was your only, your fire, your light. Now I'm a shadow of your love, fading fast, not strong enough. Tell me, was I ever truly loved, or only when I was enough? I gave you the best of me, but love was never guaranteed. You changed your mind, but not your name, left me drowning in the blame. When I was enough, Packed your words in a quiet sigh, left me drowning in the reasons why. No fight, no tears, just slipped away, a ghost in the light of yesterday. I kept my voice inside the storm, hoping silence might keep us warm. But nothing grows where love has died, only echoes we can't hide. And now there's only the silence after goodbye, the kind that lingers, the kind that cries. Your name still haunts the empty air, like you were here but never cared. I gave you all, you walked away, and left me with the words you wouldn't say. You used to trace my every scar, now I'm just space where your memories are. Your love was soft, then cold as stone. How did I end up loving alone? I kept pretending you still tried, but your eyes had already lied. We faded fast, then disappeared, like every vow we once held dear. And now there's only the silence after goodbye, the kind that lingers, the kind that cries. Your name still haunts the empty air, like you were here but never cared. I gave you all, you walked away, and left me with the words you wouldn't say. You used to trace my every scar, now I'm just space where your memories are. Your love was soft, then cold as stone. How did I end up loving alone? I gave you all, you walked away, and left me with the words you wouldn't say. I begged for moments you let go, held on too tight to a broken home. You closed the door, I watched it close, still whispering things I'll never know. And now there's only the silence after goodbye, where love once lived and dreams would lie. I stood my ground, I faced the night, but lost the will to hold the light. You left me here in yesterday, with all the love you threw away. No more tears to dignify, just the silence after goodbye. You said love fades, you said it's gone, but mine stayed long after you moved on. I kept your sweater, I wore your name, even when the silence grew like shame. You let go so easily, like we were just a memory. But every night I held on tight to pieces of you, a ghost in the light. I loved you longer than I ever said, held on in silence alone in my bed. You walked away while I stayed behind, still chasing dreams we left undefined. I loved you longer, longer than you'll ever know. I still recall your coffee smile, your voice like rain that stayed a while. But now it echoes soft and far, a wish on a faded shooting star. You made it look so effortless, while I'm still drowning in the mess of every song and every street that still remembers where we used to meet. I loved you longer than I ever said, held on in silence alone in my bed. You walked away while I stayed behind, still chasing dreams we left undefined. I loved you longer, longer than you'll ever know. And maybe someday you'll look back and see the one who loved you endlessly. But by then, I'll be long gone, a name in a song, a whisper at dawn. I loved you deeper than you ever guessed. Through all the heartbreak I gave my best. You found your freedom, I found my pain, but I'd do it all over again. I loved you longer than you'll ever know. Long after your goodbye, I loved you longer. You said forever like a lullaby, then faded out without goodbye. I traced your voice in midnight rain, but found only shadows calling my name. I kept your words inside my chest, a melody that never rests. You left too soon, too fast, too cold, and now I'm dancing with the echo you sold. You left with your echo and I stayed with the sound of promises whispered, now buried underground. I held on to silence like it could bring you back, but every heartbeat just fades to black. You left with your echo, and all I have is that. You moved on like morning light, while I'm still lost in endless night. The songs we played still haunt my room, each note a wound I can't undo. I sing your name but it won't reply, just fades beneath the starless sky. You wrote the end and turned the page, while I'm still trapped inside this cage. You left with your echo and I stayed with the sound of promises whispered, now buried underground. I held on to silence like it could bring you back, but every heartbeat just fades to black. You left with your echo, and all I have is that. If love was a ghost, then you were mine, flickering like fire, then gone with time. But I still whisper to the air, pretending for a moment you're there. You left with your echo, I'm still chasing the tone of dreams that crumbled when you left me alone. I scream into silence but it won't scream back, just echoes of you in shades of black. You left with your echo, and I can't get back. You're gone, but your echo stays. But your echo stays. You walked away, suitcase in hand, like all we were meant nothing in the end. I stood frozen at the door, wishing you'd turn just once more. But your eyes said everything before your mouth could lie, and I was left with silence where our future used to lie. I'm still holding the goodbye you whispered in the rain, still replaying every tear like a song stuck in my brain. You let go so easily while I still bleed silently. You moved on with the sky. I'm still holding the goodbye, but bed's still cold on your side. Your laugh still haunts the hall at night. I fold your shirt like it still means something more than memories. I beg the stars to bring you back, but wishes fade at dawn. And I'm left chasing shadows of someone long gone. I'm still holding the goodbye you whispered in the rain, still replaying every tear like a song stuck in my brain. You let go so easily, while I still bleed silently. You moved on with the sky. I'm still holding the goodbye. Maybe love was never fair, maybe loss was always there, but I gave you all of me, you gave me just despair. I'm still holding the goodbye that shattered my whole sky. Still breathing through the ache, still asking the empty why. You found peace in walking away, I found pain that wants to stay. You moved on, I can't deny, but I'm still holding the goodbye. And I'll keep holding till goodbye finally lets go of me. I gave you my heart in pieces. You took them like they were whole. Every smile you gave felt easy, but now the silence takes its toll. I replay the words you never said like echoes in an empty hall. You reached for me in shadows, but never caught me when I fall. It's not the way you left me, it's the way you let me fall. Like love was just a whisper that never meant it all. You held me with your absence, you kissed me with the warmth. It's not that you were leaving, but the way you let me fall. I painted us in colors you never learned to see. You danced around the truth, but never danced with me. You lit a spark inside my chest and watched it burn alone. I searched for you in mornings that turned my heart to stone. It's not the way you ended, it's how you watched me break. You loved me like a story that wasn't yours to take. You vanished in the quiet before I risked it all. It wasn't just the silence, but the way you let me fall. You could have said it hurt you, you could have tried to stay, but some hearts just get colder when they're too afraid to stay. It's not the way you left me, it's the way you let me go. Without a single warning, without a chance to know. I gave you every heartbeat, you never heard them call. Now all that I remember is the way you let me fall. The way you let me fall.
In the quiet of the night, your voice still calls Through the silence, I'll feel it all. Every memory we made still lingers on. Though you're gone, you're never gone. I'll hold your love until the morning comes. Through every shadow, every rising sun. Even when I stand alone, you're the light that leads me home. I'll hold your love until the morning comes. The stars above know what we share. A love so deep, so unprepared. Even in dreams you find your way to whisper words I need to say. I'll hold your love until the morning comes. The stars above know what we share. A love so deep, so unprepared. Even in dreams you find your way to whisper words I need to say. I'll hold your love until the morning comes. Through every shadow, every rising sun. Even when I stand alone, you're the light that leads me home. I'll hold your love until the morning comes. And if forever means goodbye, I'll still see you when I close my eyes. I'll hold your love until the morning comes. Through every sorrow, through all that's undone. Even when the night is long, your love will always keep me strong. I'll hold your love until the morning comes.
I still remember your coffee laugh, how your eyes lit up when you talked of the past. We danced in silence, hearts on fire. Now I'm just smoke in your fading light. I tried to be strong when you let go, but tears know what the heart won't show. When I was yours, love had a name. It echoed like thunder, wild and untamed. Now I'm a whisper in your world, a ghost of the girl from when I was yours. You held my dreams in your careless hands. Now they slip through time like scattered sand. I begged the stars for one more chance, but heaven's deaf to a love that's past. If memories could hold me tight, I'd sleep inside our last goodbye. When I was yours, love had a name. It echoed like thunder, wild and untamed. Now I'm a whisper in your world, a ghost of the girl from when I was yours. Your memories could hold me tight, I'd sleep inside our last goodbye. When I was yours, love had a name. It echoed like thunder, wild and untamed. Now I'm a whisper in your world, a ghost of the girl I was yours. I love you more than words confessed, but only in silence, only in rest. breath beneath the thunder, wishing you'd come back inside. But silence filled the space between us, and all I had were tears to hide. You said love was never easy, but you never said goodbye. Now I'm talking to the shadows and asking them why. When the rain held me, I knew what you forgot, the way my heart was breaking in every lonely thought. I cried into the silence you left inside of me, and found some kind of healing in the storm's gentle plea. I tried to write a final letter, but the words just wouldn't stay. Your ghost still lives in corners of the things I meant to say. You moved on like morning light, but I stayed in the night. Now the rain's my only witness to all I had to fight. When the rain held me, it listened without blame. It didn't try to fix me, just stayed and said my name. I whispered through the silence where you would never see that I'm stronger than I ever thought I'd be. The sky may cry with me tonight, but I no longer need your light. I found my truth in broken skies and learned to love my own goodbye. When the rain held me, it taught me how to fall and rise again, no shattered, with nothing left at all. I walked out from the silence, tears washed out to sea, and now I stand in thunder, finally free. When the rain held me, it let me be me. You be me. You left a silence I couldn't fill. In every echo I hear you still. The coffee's cold, the lights are dim. Your ghost lives on in everything. I talk to shadows in the dark, still hoping you will leave a mark. And then the rain knew my name, falling gently like your pain. Every drop became your touch, soft and fleeting, never too much. You were gone but somehow stayed. When the rain knew my name, your sweater's folded on the chair. I breathe you in, you're everywhere. I wear your memory like perfume. It lingers long after you left the room. I still keep your favorite song, pretend I'm fine but I sing it wrong. And then the rain knew my name, falling stories on my window pane. Each tear that fell was not the same, some for sorrow, some for blame, but they all whisper your name. When the rain knew my name, baby, love was meant to fade, but not the dreams we softly made. I still walk where you once stood, and the sky somehow understood. And now the rain knows my name, it holds me close and hides my shame. Though you're gone, I'm not alone. The storm became my second home, and I found peace in the pain. When the rain knew my name, and it still knows, it still rains, and it still calls me by your name. It still knows, it still rains, and it still calls me by your name. your pain. Every drop became your touch, soft and fleeting, never too much. You were gone but somehow stayed. When the rain knew my name, it still knows, it still rains, it still calls me by your name. I spoke 1,000 words to you, but none were ever heard. You filled the room with empty noise, and silence stole my world. I waited for a single sign, but quiet took your place in time. When the silence spoke for me, it said all I couldn't scream. Through the quiet I was seen, not broken, just finally free. No more echoes, no more pleas. The silence spoke for me. I traced your voice in photographs, but they were out of frame. I wore your name like second skin, but it never felt the same. I learned that peace can sound like pain, but healing whispers through the rain. When the silence spoke for me, it sang louder than your lies. I found truth in empty space, no more need to justify. Not your version, not your dreams. The silence spoke for me. Let the quiet be my song, where I belong. I stand strong, every pause a sacred note, a voice I never knew I wrote. When the silence spoke for me, it became my sweetest sound. In the stillness I returned, not broken, just finally free. No more echoes, no more pleas. The silence spoke for me, and I finally listened to me. I finally listened to me. And the silence spoke for me, it became my sweetest sound. In the stillness I return, no more need to justify. No more echoes, no more pleas. The silence spoke for me, and I finally listened to me. You showed up like a sunrise, lit my world in golden flame. Said forever in a whisper, and then vanished just the same. I kept the words you never said in the quiet of my chest, but your silence told the story you never did confess. You loved me like a promise that never meant to stay. You held me like tomorrow would take it all away. Now I'm standing in the ruins of the things we didn't say. You remembered how to leave, but you forgot to stay. I still wear your last goodbye like a ribbon in my mind. Tried to chase your fading footprints, but they were never mine. You said the stars would guide us home, but you walked the other way. Now the night just echoes softly what you chose not to say. You love me like a fire that burned too bright to last. You kissed me like redemption, then vanished with the past. Now I'm lost among the ashes of the love we threw away. You remembered how to leave, but you forgot to stay. Maybe I was just a chapter and you needed the end, but I gave you all the pages that I never learned to mend. You love me like a heartbeat you never meant to keep. You haunted all my dreams, but never heard me weep. And I'll whisper to the ocean till it takes my pain away. You remembered how to leave, but you forgot to stay. You forgot to stay, but I remember everything. I still remember how you said goodbye, like you were leaving but you didn't cry. I watched the door, I held my breath, your silence louder than your steps. And I replay every single line like echoes caught in frozen time. This is where I leave you, in my heart, in a place where all the healing starts. No more waiting, no more tears, only memories and quiet years. You'll never know how far you went, but this is where the story ends. Dreams we built are turning gray, and I've run out of words to say. You faded like a distant song that used to feel like home so long. But I forgive the way you broke the promises we never spoke. This is where I leave you, in my heart, in a place where all the healing starts. No more waiting, no more tears, only memories and quiet years. You'll never know how far you went, but this is where the story ends. And I'll still smile when I recall where I leave you once and for all. This is where I leave you, in my heart, in a place where all the healing starts. No more waiting, no more tears, only memories and quiet years. You'll never know how far you went, but this is where the story ends. But this is where the story ends. And I'll still smile when I recall where I leave you once and for all. You turn your back like the story's done, but I still stood there facing the sun. No angry words, just empty space. Love left your eyes without a trace. You didn't ask me how I feel. You moved on like it's no big deal. But I stayed up through every night, trying to understand what wasn't right. And I knew deep in my soul the only way was letting go. Still I said goodbye, though it tore my heart in two. Still I walked away, even when I needed you. You were silent, I was loud, saying all the things I'm not allowed. Still I said goodbye, even though you never tried. I practiced lines I never say, in hopes you care enough to stay. But love should never beg or plead, so I gave you what you didn't need. You smiled like nothing broke apart, but I was bleeding from the start. Sometimes strong means letting go, even when it hurts you so. Still I said goodbye, though it tore my heart in two. Still I walked away, even when I needed you. You were silent, I was loud, saying all the things I'm not allowed. Oh, still I said goodbye, even though you never tried. The rain fell down, but I stood tall. A quiet end, no curtain call. You didn't love me, and that's why. Still I said goodbye. Still I said goodbye. Ooh, I practice lines I never say, in hopes you care enough to stay. But love should never beg or plead, so I gave you what you didn't need. You smiled like nothing broke apart, but I was bleeding from the start. Sometimes strong means letting go, even when it hurts you so. Still I said goodbye. My hands not holding tight. Ooh. Still I walked alone, fading softly into night. You just watched, didn't cry, but I knew it was time to fly. Still I said goodbye. You didn't say goodbye.